I think that the value of real content by real people goes a really long way in terms of conversions as ads. And more importantly, I have to say, really, I have to stress this out. I think the biggest upside of this, aside of using it as ads, is that people search before they buy. People look up for your brand. When they buy it, they want to see what other people write.
Hi guys, welcome back to the EcomXFactor podcast. Today's guest is Dan Kleinman. After selling his e-commerce store, Dan realized that e-commerce store owners are in need of better content and a better system to recruiting brand ambassadors. So he decided to launch Bambasaddors, which is a service that helps e-commerce store owners in getting more user-generated content. In this podcast, we talked about brand ambassadors, the importance of social proof, and much more. Please enjoy this wide-ranging conversation with Dan Kleinman.
Welcome to the EcomXFactor podcast, where it's all about launching and scaling your business using sales funnels, automations, and smart marketing. And now, please welcome your host, the founder of EcomXFactor, Yaron Bin.
Hi Dan, how are you?
Hey Yaron, all well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think it's the first time that the guest of the show doesn't ask me how to pronounce my name before we get started.
Is it Yaron or Yaron? Or
yeah, you can just call me Ron. Yeah, so Dan is a good friend of mine from back home. We actually grew up together, and he recently exited an e-commerce business, and he and is a co-founder and friend of also a friend of mine. They founded a video and brand ambassadors solution, which we are going to talk about today. This is a very exciting venture, and but before we get started, can you share a bit about your background, Dan, and what have you been doing in the last recent years?
Yeah, sure. So in the past 4 years or so, I've been running e-commerce stores. I started really from, the basics. I talked to a friend. He showed me a little bit about e-commerce. I was doing online marketing for like 7 years prior to that, but he showed me like the basics, the 101s, and I looked up, several products on AliExpress, and then I built a store. I used Wix at the time, and started doing some Facebook ads. And fast forward 4 years later till early 2021, the e-commerce business has been doing fairly well. Has like 200,000 customers and trademarks, registered trademarks in the US and the UK, Amazon stores in the US and the UK. Tons of reviews and ads and social buzz, in the thousands of text reviews and hundreds of video reviews and Instagram posts. So really my business has been booming in those terms. And earlier this year, after I would say even over a year of trying to sell the business, pre-COVID, and then we stopped efforts of selling it during COVID. But early in 2021, we finally managed to sell the business to a UK-based company. And that led me to start Bambasaddors with the same founders, actually, of the e-commerce business. So basically, we understood that video reviews and user-generated content is what kept the e-commerce businesses alive. We started by having just regular ads, regular product demo, e-commerce classics, when you put on no copyright music, background music, and just a demonstration that's been filmed in China or some other studio that someone else paid for the content. But then we stopped. We began by actually producing our own top tier, studio content. And we realized that after 3 months or so, ad fatigue took over. And at some point, I actually recorded a video review, and the results were amazing. And then I recorded another review, and the results were just as good. And we realized that video reviews by real people get tons of more conversions. They're a fraction of the cost to produce, and we should make it, a regular work order. So basically, we found tons of YouTubers and TikTokers, and we sent them our products. We had this shower head that we were selling, and we sent everyone shower heads, at the cost of just shipping the product. And we'd get so many reviews on YouTube, which was amazing for when people search for it. And we used it as testimonies on their website and as ads. That's last but not least, which is a great source of boosting your CTR and reducing ad fatigue. And now we're selling it to others, this exact service, this exact funnel. Basically, any e-commerce business that realizes and understands that they need brand ambassadors, Bambasaddors, that they need people to review their stuff and have it posted online. They can come to us, and we build their brand ambassador program, find the ambassadors, get them to register, ship them the product with the help of with the brand, and get content posted. Yeah,
sounds amazing. And can you share a bit about the process which you've used in your e-commerce store to get the ambassadors? Did you pay them upfront? Did you only look for people who are looking for freebies? Did you give them affiliate links? What worked better for you guys?
Yeah. So in the beginning, we used to find guys on Fiverr and on other marketplaces that we pay $50 to $100 for a video review. So it was finding a person, they call it spokesperson or something like that on Fiverr, and we pay them approximately $100 and talk to them and ship them the product. And the results were okay, but I think that sometimes people on Fiverr don't realize that their content seems too paid for, not authentic, not an honest review, and you'd spend $100 for every single review, which could be or could not be a good review. So just as easy, it could be a wasted time and money. Money is not the issue. It's just $100, but time and volume. And then we found a way we recruited some virtual assistants, some VAs, and we said, all right, here's what you're going to do. Get emails of YouTube channels that have up to 5,000 subscribers, which is low. And that have videos that are product reviews. So we'd give them some further instructions on how to find them, and they would provide a list of, let's say, 300 emails of channels with up to 5,000 followers that did product reviews. And then we'd send all these 300 people an email and said, hey, listen, we saw your channel. It looks awesome. We're this shower head brand. We have this really cool shower head. Here's the link. And we'd love to send you a free shower head for you to review, no strings attached. All we ask for is that you post it on your channel, and that we could use it as a testimony and on our website, et cetera, et cetera. And then we'd send them to this new page that we've built, the Brand Ambassador Program for our brand. For those who listen, you can Google StoneStream or StoneStream showerhead, and then go to the menu and look up the Brand Ambassador Program. You'll see how the page looks. And you can see that basically we give them some instructions, and there's this form with delivery address, and they'd fill it up, and then we'd send them the product. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, there was a video posted online. And the entire first three pages of YouTube, if you look up StoneStream, you would see video reviews by real people, which is incredible for when people are considering buying your product. So on the customer's end, they would see an ad on Facebook, for example, which is, the cold reach or like the first communication with a potential customer, and then they see, oh, it's called StoneStream. I'll look it up, and when they Google it or YouTube search it, they'd see the first 3 pages of recent reviews. Like 2 weeks ago, someone posted a review, seems very real, and the reviews were good, and the product was actually really good. So it's hard to kind of assess the boost in conversions, but definitely it was one of the major changes as we saw ads performing really well with these exact same reviews.
And this is a real asset because, as you mentioned, also it makes your brand more searchable. People look it up in Google or YouTube and they see a lot of reviews. And you also, as you mentioned, you use this content as ads. So you can create mashups of different testimonials. You can create like long form testimonials. You can do a lot of stuff with these assets. I wanted to ask you one question regarding the guidelines that you gave, if you gave any, to the ambassadors. And did you see that, like, can you share some best practices regarding, I don't know, lightning, length of the video, things to mention in the script?
Yeah, definitely. So it depends on the creator. So some creators, you can send them some instructions and they already know what to do. Mm-hmm. For those who are inexperienced, I would say, with really small channels, we would send this email template, and basically we'd ask them, you should be in a room with lots of lights and make sure the product is clearly seen, and you have the product seen on the entire screen and not just from a distance or something. Mm-hmm. And we'd ask them to use their phone, but use it in landscape mode, not in portrait. Mm-hmm. So that's on YouTube, actually. I would say, on a side note, that TikTokers use their phone on portrait mode, but TikTokers, sometimes it would be better if we wouldn't give them any instructions, because TikTokers actually know the job really well. They know what to do. They're better at making videos than any of us boomers. So. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're an advocate of TikTok, so can you share a bit about your experience with TikTok and the creators marketplace, and why are you such a raving fan of the TikTok creators?
Yeah, so I think it was around when COVID hit. Our business was having turbulence like everyone else. When COVID hit China, we didn't have any supply chain at all, actually. Mm-hmm. Factory was shut down and no new stock, and we were putting all orders on hold, and we were offering customers just to pre-order their stuff. And then we talked to TikTok, which was a really bad time to talk about new ventures. And we were like, let's talk in a couple of months. We're dying here. Mm-hmm. But then things really picked up, and e-commerce started booming, and it was fine. And then we got to talk to TikTok again, and then it was about mid-2020. So I had a conversation with their team here in Israel, and they said, all you need to do is go through the TikTok vibe. You just need, which was, sounded a lot for me at the time, just need to be good at TikTok and post interesting stuff that are kind of relating to young people. And I felt that that's not me. I don't know what to do. I make maybe boring reviews of products, but I don't make TikToks, not at all. I don't know how to dance. I don't know anything of that kind. So what I did, TikTok has what they call creator marketplace. So it's literally creatormarketplace.tiktok.com. That's the subdomain domain. And when you log in, when you register to the creator marketplace, you can find tons of TikTokers of different sorts and different interests and different countries, and you can look it up, that offer their services. And what I did is that I started this job offer, they call it campaign, and I described that I'm looking for someone to manage my TikTok account. I will send them all the set of products, all the different products for them to have. And that's what I did. And I found a bunch of people, and I started with one guy. He's like this TikToker. At the time, he had about 200,000 followers, which sounds like a lot, but on TikTok, it's actually not that much. Like today, I bet he has like 500,000 even. Last time I checked, it was 300 something. And he agreed to do it, just so you get kind of the sense of the price. I paid him $50 per video, and it was a deal of 8 videos. I said, I would love to send you some stuff, post 2 videos per week, and I'll pay you like $500, $400 for the whole thing. And that's what I did. And I gave him the username and password for the account, and he got the shower heads. And we talked a bit. We had some video calls, and we talked about what he should do. And he had some ideas, and that started working. And one of the videos, the beginning, it was like 100 views, a few hundred views, a few thousand views maybe, which is not much at all. And then one video really hit. It was like 400,000 views, which is like, I guess, dozens of sales. I don't remember exactly the number, but it was, sales were just like sale, one after the other. It was organic. It was a real thrill. And I said, holy shit, this is something that we should definitely do. And then I found like 5 more creators, and I sent everyone shower heads, and I paid everyone $500, and they really agreed. I thought it would be hard to get them to agree to make so many videos for just $500. But I guess that influencers or creators can't just post ads on their profile. They must be, just share a bunch of them every once in a while. But when it's off their profile, they're willing to do it, I guess, because it doesn't spam their own people. So I found a bunch of them, and then so many videos just got viral, hundreds of thousands of views. Several videos, I think maybe 2, got over 1 million views, which is incredible. 20,000 followers, hundreds of thousands of likes, and tens of thousands of comments. Huge. And I was shocked. It's all organic, just making the videos. And of course, sales went up accordingly. And I used all the TikTok ads, all the TikTok videos as ads. And they convert till this very day after the sale. We know that the guys who bought the business are still using them. So really, really beneficial stuff and amazing content for very cheap. I would say by far the best ROI till this day.
Amazing. And before doing this, did you think that maybe TikTok content or the audience that are in TikTok is irrelevant to your business? I mean, were you surprised by the fact that this young and hip content works even for older audience? And generally speaking, that TikTok has value in it, because many people, many e-commerce store owners, I guess, overlook TikTok because they say, yeah, it's just a woman with boobs and pranks and stuff like that, but no business over there. But so were you surprised?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised, I would say. I was expecting the worst, but really hoping for the best. And it was almost the best, I would say. Because when I asked TikTok this very same question, I said, isn't this like 13-year-old kids, gamers and whatnot? And they said, I don't know if it's true, but they say that 40% of TikTok users are 25 and older, which is amazing. 25 is a great age to buy stuff online, not to mention older than that. So I said, okay, it's enough. They have millions. I think it's like 800 million active users worldwide, and about up to 100 million in the US only, which is more than enough. And, I guess you can find some juice in there. So it did work. And I think that even the young audience, especially in America, usually on Facebook ads, I would target 30-plus-year-olds. But then on TikTok, I would target 24-plus-year-olds, and it was fine. It was fine.
Cool. And regarding the process, so just reaching out to the ambassadors and handling the ambassadors and making sure that the content is uploaded, and it's almost like a full-time job. So for me, I have a VA that handles this, but were you able to streamline the process? And I guess it was challenging, and this is why you came up with the great idea of creating Bambasaddors.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, it's a great question. So when we first did this, we didn't get many reviews. We had to kind of send another email, and we used the G Sheet to follow up. And it's like status send follow-up email, which was very inefficient. And then we found this email service provider. It's called Sendinblue. They're French guys. They're decent in terms of price, and their service is fine. It's good. They reply within the same day, actually. Not affiliated, just a nice, honest recommendation. And they have marketing automation. So basically, you can build a funnel. You can upload your email contacts and then put those leads through a funnel. So, for example, you'd send a person the product, and then you put them in a brand ambassador funnel. Active brand ambassador funnel. On day one, they get an email and the subject says something's good coming your way. And then we'd write a few words about what the process is going to be like. And then there's a suspension of 3 days. And then 3 days later, they get another email reminding them about what they need to do. And then 5 days later, and then 6 days later, and they get like a sequence of 5 or 6 emails that just reminds them to post the video and share the links and everything, and it's pretty good. It works.
Did you encounter any instances in which you sent the product and people stopped answering you or didn't post the review? Because it happened to me, so I'm just wondering if those
100%. That's stuff that happens. I guess it's part of the business, I would say. I'd say not more than 1 in 10, or maybe sometimes 2 in 10. Depends on the volume. You can get unlucky, but with time, when you examine the creators, this is something that's crucial. If you see that they haven't posted a video in 3 months, that's a warning sign. If you see that they post a video once a week, that's a great sign that they're likely to post. So it's important to kind of notice what's the frequency and when was the last video posted, or when were the last videos posted. So it has to be a very active channel. That's a good.
And also the fact that sometimes everybody is very busy. So the follow-upping, a lot of time when you follow up and you remind people, you're more likely to get a response. So this is why I like the fact that you mentioned the marketing automation that automatically sends the follow-up and reminds them. And one takeaway that I got from managing a lot of ambassadors is when you have ambassadors, keep in mind that they have their own content scheduling. They have a content plan. So sometimes I sent them a product and I expected them to post it like 5 or 10 days after they got the product. But actually they have a content plan for the upcoming next 2 months. And they're planning only to post your review in 2 months' time. So you have to keep that in mind. And I wanted to shift the conversation and ask you regarding Bambasaddors, how does the onboarding process look like today? What friction are you taking away from the customers? And generally speaking, what are you offering?
I'll try to simplify it in terms of, when you don't see the actual funnel. So basically, if you're just another brand, some brand, and you want to get brand ambassadors, you have to build a page of brand ambassador. Let's say that's an easy task. But then you have to find people and to get them to register. So that's the reach out process. For me, on my end, what I do is first I have a team that looks up ambassadors, looks up content creators based on the persona that is provided to me in the onboarding process. So every customer my customer fills out this creative brief form. I ask them questions about their brand, about the marketing messages, the pain points, what creators and ambassadors should say and what they shouldn't say in the videos, basic stuff, even like the colors of the page. So I'd know the look and feel and everything. And then what I do is that I create a dedicated brand ambassador page for them as a subdomain on my service. So it would be yourbrand.bambasaddors.com. and I find the exact persona, YouTubers and TikTokers, that match their audience. So it will be, let's say, women only, 25 to 45, that are, for example, plus-sized fashion, or that are into beauty products and skincare. And then I'd find these creators and blast everyone with emails. I wouldn't say blast, it's just sending one by one automatically through that Sendinblue email service provider. I would send them all emails, and they'd respond. So about 10 to 15%, if it's a targeted audience, they would register as brand ambassadors. So taking that off my customer's hand, finding everyone and putting them through the funnel, getting them to accept the terms and conditions. And then automatically those submissions go into this database and spreadsheets that are available to my customers, so they can see who their new ambassadors are. They're their own ambassadors. They can use them. They can talk to them freely without me. They can do whatever they want in the future as well. They're lifetime ambassadors from now on.
Yes.
And then if they see fit, they can send them products. They can send them whatever they feel that would be best for their channel. They can review them one by one. And then they update in the spreadsheet that they sent them the package, and then they automatically go into the active ambassador sequence, in which I send them further instructions and reminders until they post the video. That's the whole funnel. So what I do, just in terms of kind of understanding, I'm not sure if anyone who's listening thinks, how much does this whole thing cost? So at this point, I'm charging $500 for 10 ambassadors. So it'd be $50 just to get one ambassador and a real video review posted on YouTube, and use it as an ad, maybe if you'd like. So I think that's amazing value for money for people that have, a lot of tasks to do throughout the day, and time is of the essence, and tons of new projects. And to get video reviews is a very time-consuming thing, and that's the service I'm offering in a nutshell. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a bargain. It's almost too good to be true, and I'm not sure that I want to share your solution with the rest of the world, because it's so good. I mean, it's so freaking.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like content. You get free content, not free, but almost free content on autopilot and constantly. Which is amazing. And so far, what also amazes me is the fact that there are a bit of similar solutions, but they were so expensive so far. I mean, EcomVs, and I don't even know the names, but video creation agencies, they are so expensive. And sometimes they use a lot of effects and designing stuff just to make it seem more legit, and also mark up the price. When in reality, what works the best is, like you mentioned, is the POV videos, the unboxing videos, like the most, sometimes the most shitty lightning and the most shitty script, and no script works better than anything that is scripted. So the fact that you guys are offering this solution, which is in a very good price, is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I mean, I think that the value of real content by real people goes a really long way in terms of conversions as ads. And more importantly, I have to say, really, I have to stress this out. I think the biggest upside of this, aside of using it as ads, is that people search before they buy. People look up for your brand. When they buy it, they want to see what other people write. At least most people. Google claims that it's 50-something%. I don't want to just throw a number, but it's definitely over 50%. And it actually makes sense. Everyone does it. And when they don't see any results or any reviews, they're just going to keep scrolling on their feeds and not buy your product because there's no social proof. And I think social proof is one of the most persuasive things to get people to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and social proof, it can be used also in the landing page, in the ads. If you have remarketing ads, it's great to use them. You can also use them if you have a dedicated funnel for remarketing with a lot of testimonials. So this is very powerful, definitely a great asset. I wanted to ask you something regarding distribution. So once I get ambassador videos from your platform, do I have the rights? Do I own these videos? Can I redistribute the videos, let's say in Medium, Reddit, Quora, whatever?
Yeah. So in the terms and conditions that ambassadors complete, they check a checkbox. It's defaultly unchecked. Mm-hmm. They agree to share the files, and they agree for us or the brand to use their content as ads and re-edit them and change them. So yeah, it's part of the terms and conditions. Mm-hmm. For example, one ambassador reached out via email. It was a digital product. They said, yeah, I'd love to be your ambassador, really, mm-hmm. but you can't use my content. Mm-hmm. And I talked to the brand and he said, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll just, embed the YouTube video. Mm-hmm. It's the least of my concerns that I can't edit one video. So mm-hmm. whatever. Cool. It happens, but it's very rare. People are fine with their content being used.
Mm-hmm. And another question that popped up in my mind, from the moment I joined Bambasaddors, how long will it normally how long in average will it take to start getting videos? Does this process take 2 months or does it take 1 week? What is the average time normally for you guys to find the ambassadors? Obviously, you already have a database of ambassadors that you're working with, but in general, what should a customer expect regarding time frame?
Yeah. So first, I would say that from the moment that the package arrives at the doorstep, I would expect 2 to 3 weeks. So prior to that, it could be a week of research of finding the right creators, mm-hmm. and then another week of talking to them with emails back and forth and getting them to register as brand ambassadors. Mm-hmm. So I would say 4 to 6 weeks for first videos to start being posted on YouTube. Sometimes even less if delivery is fast and it's a mass appeal product, so it would be easier to find ambassadors. So, for example, if you're a super niche, I talked to someone, he's got a product for Alzheimer mm-hmm. Patients. So it was very hard and very niche but other clients have just, stuff from China, gadgets. So that's easy. And they could get reviews posted a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. I see. And can you share a bit without disclosing any important details about your customers? So can you share maybe a case study? Someone that onboarded and you managed to get a lot of ambassadors and he saw a boost, a lift in conversions, anything like this?
Yeah. We did work with a fashion brand mm-hmm. and this fashion brand is it's not very niche. I thought it was pretty niche in the beginning. It's targeted at African-American women mm-hmm. For evening wear and mostly plus-sized fashion. And I thought it was wow, that's so niche. Uh-huh. How would I find so many African-American women that are looking for evening wear, that are mm-hmm. plus-sized, that are YouTubers, and that would accept getting the dress or whatever and post a video? And apparently there are thousands of these channels. Uh-huh. So we started working and we started getting ambassadors registered, and we got dozens of ambassadors to register mm-hmm. and sent them packages, and content is actually being delivered as we speak. So every few days there's another video posted or sent to the creative team as an MP4 file, and stuff posted on Instagram as well.
Nice. So and all they had to do is give you the brief, send the products out, and now they're starting to get the content coming in.
Yeah. I try to keep it as minimal friction and kind of involvement on the brand side. So all I ask the brand, complete this creative brief form. I'll build everything for you. I'll build the creative funnel, the emails. I actually have a copywriter that does that now. I'll send the emails. I'll find the ambassadors. I'll get them to register. All you have to do is log into the spreadsheet, see the address, complete the order. Sometimes I actually give ambassadors 100% off coupons so they can choose whatever they want from the store, and they can just order it and they get a free product just by using the code. So that's even less friction on the brand side. Yes. And that's it.
Nice.
Really.
Okay, then. Sounds awesome. I want to start wrapping things up. Is there anything that I forgot to ask, or anything that you think is important for the audience to know? Maybe some tips regarding content creation, or anything about your solution, any promotion? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I'll share just a great tip. You know, we've been talking about reviews and user-generated content. Really focus on it as much as you can. When you have existing customers, that's your bread and butter. Just ask them to review. Ask them, give them free stuff. If they bought a product, ask them if they'd like to get another one for free if they post a review. You'd get probably 1 in every 50 or something like that to actually do that. Ask them to do unboxing videos and post it on Instagram when they get the package. Just try to get as much user-generated content, and then use it as ad, use it on your website, use it as retargeting ads. Really, that's, I think, for many e-commerce businesses, social proof is a great way to boost their conversions. Another tip, what we talked about on TikTok. Some of us know the value of TikTok content. Some of us don't. Try it out. Think about it. Use a budget of $1,000, $2,000. Go in the creator marketplace. Find someone who does it for a living. Find a TikToker, someone who has 100,000 followers or so. Talk to them. See if they, kind of match your brand's vibe and energy. And ask them if they want to join. Pay them whatever you feel is right, if it's hundreds of dollars or even $1,000 for this kind of project. If it works, it could go a long way. With those $1,000, you can bring back 10 times and start your business on this new channel. So small investment could not work at all, but could yield amazing results.
Yeah, I agree. And what you said about testimonials, I mean, when I do consulting gigs, when I start working with someone, even if we have a long way to optimize and a lot of stuff that we need to set up and a lot of missing foundations, anyway, the first thing that we're going to talk about is starting to generate testimonials and reviews, because this process takes time and it has such a great ROI. So this is something that shouldn't be overlooked. Creating testimonials ongoing is so important. And as you said, and from the store that we have and own, I also see this testimonials and social proof is the most important aspect for converting and having high AOVs, in my opinion. Cool. Thank you so much, Dan. So where can people find more about you and join Bambasaddors and hire?
You can go to Bambasaddors.com. That's Bambassadors.com and submit your email. And you can I'll reach out to you and give you all the information you need. That's it. Yeah. Awesome. Bambasaddors.com.
and we said that the offer at the moment is 10 videos for $500 at the moment is the current offer. Amazing.
That's the current offer. Yeah.
Nice. Amazing. Okay, Dan, thank you so much for joining and sharing.
Thank you, Yaron. It's a pleasure and honor to be on your podcast.
Awesome. Take care. Bye-bye.